welcome to this update video. I hope you're doing well this morning. We're going to be taking a look at what is going on across the North Atlantic. So there are two marked tropical waves. One is moving across the Caribbean. It brought quite a bit of rain to some areas yesterday, and then there is that cluster of convection out there associated with the second one, and there will be a third one as well. So as we zoom into the vicinity of the Caribbean, here we can see a lot of activity in parts of northern Venezuela, and even a bit further to the west as well towards northern Colombia. So some of this is in association with that tropical wave as it is making its way through the area. So we can see that a lot of the convection that was associated with the first tropical wave, it has dissipated. A lot of the convection has dissipated. However, there could be some additional rain and even some heavy downpours in parts of the northeastern Caribbean, such as Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, and even Hispaniola as well. And with that, there could even be some instances of flash flooding. So that is still possible, and that is also possible for parts of Venezuela currently experiencing those inclement weather conditions. So we're going to be looking at the rainfall forecast for today, and we'll also be looking at the dust forecast because some dust is moving in, and there's going to be some denser quantities that will blanket parts of the region. So let's head on to the rainfall forecast. And here we can see it from Euro. So the more colorful the map is, that is indicative of more rain. So probably up to an inch or so of rainfall for parts of Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands, and going to Hispaniola, a bit less rain expected, so maybe up to half an inch of rain at maximum in some areas. And then there could be some showers loitering around parts of the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, Cuba, Jamaica, and even near the Cayman Islands as well, which has been very hot. The area has been dry. There hasn't been much rain at all, and even today there's not going to be much rain in the area. But if you guys are lucky, you could experience a passing shower or so. So showers, thunderstorms going to be loitering around, especially as we head into this afternoon. ABC Islands, there can definitely be some showers for you guys, although much is not expected. We can see that northern South America remains active, Colombia, Venezuela, and through the Guianas as well. Lesser Antilles, Trinidad, Tobago, Grenada, all the way up through Anguilla. There could be some additional showers today, but that rainfall chance is going to decrease a bit until that next tropical wave arrives later this week. Then headed to Central America, going to Panama, parts of Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador. There could be some showers and thunderstorms as we head through today. Then for the Yucatan, should be dry for the most part, including the Bay Islands of Honduras. Now going on to the wind forecast, as we see more color on this map, it means that the winds are going to be stronger. So we can see here that in parts of the Northwest Caribbean, going to the vicinity of the Yucatan, the Bay Islands, the Keys, it is going to be a windy day. Winds over 20 knots as we head through today. Same thing for parts of the Eastern Caribbean, such as the ABC Islands and even the Windward Islands. So winds are going to be kicking up a bit, even for the Turks and Caicos Islands as well. But elsewhere should be a little bit on the tranquil side, probably winds 5 to 10 knots or so at maximum through today. Now we're heading on to the dust forecast. So there is some dust moving in, as I mentioned, and there is going to be some denser dust which comes in later this week. So here we can see the forecast. This is as we're going to be heading into tomorrow on Tuesday, going to Wednesday, and then eventually by Friday. Take a look at this. A lot of dust making its way through the Lesser Antilles. So this dust is definitely going to be helping to stabilize conditions across the main development region. That is one of the advantages because it does limit tropical development. But on the downside, it results in skin, eye, throat irritation. It can cause respiratory issues, especially with persons who already have diseases such as asthma. So that is kind of the downside of the dust. But it's going to be moving in as we're going to be heading throughout the week, and that denser layer is going to be blanketing the region, the Eastern Caribbean islands, by the latter part of the week. Now going back to those tropical waves, here we have our two marked tropical waves. That first one has its axis over parts of northeast Venezuela near the ABC Islands, and the other is well offshore South America, which will continue to propagate to the west. And as I said, there's going to be a third one. Let's take a look at the forecast. So this is as we're going to be heading into Thursday, the 30th of May. So the first tropical wave of the season, it should be in the Western Caribbean by that time, approaching Central America. The second one, which is currently out there that I showed you guys, that one is going to be making its way toward the Lesser Antilles, and then another is going to be not too far behind it. So this is one of the main sources of rain for the Eastern Caribbean islands. And I mean, it is good because the rainfall yesterday definitely helped out with a lot because it's been so hot and dry in some areas. Unfortunately for islands such as Grenada, there was not much rainfall yesterday, if there was any at all. But for other islands, they definitely experienced that downpour. But as we're seeing, there are 2 more tropical waves to come, and hopefully they do help to enhance the rain. But we know that with that, there can be those instances of flooding at times. However, I'm here to keep you guys posted on all that is happening, and that is pretty much what I wanted to share with you in this update video. So I really do hope that you found it to be very informative, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll respond when I can, and remember to always be weather-wise.